Okay, welcome again. I got a few requests for to revisit Kansas City, the blues. We're going to revisit Kansas City. Some students asked, they're not sure of the notes I'm doing on my right hand. So this goes out to those students that asked those questions, and maybe new students. This would be on page 72, 12-bar blues section of Let's Enjoy Piano Method. And the motive of Kansas City is the first inversion of C in the right hand with the sixth added A. So you can spell the word cage backwards, C-A-G-E. I call it the cage position. It's also a little Rudolph, and it's also a little of Count Basie 1 o'clock jump. So that's a useful position to know. First inversion of C. And it's also now when I go to E flat, that's when the chord moves to F. Because the F chord, the E flat is the 7. Okay, so that's the cage position, first inversion C, is altered into that position, which is a second inversion, third inversion of A flat, A minor 7 flat 5. But don't worry about that right now. The main thing is that you just put your thumb down, but the chord is from Winter Wonderland. It's that chord, A minor 7 flat 5. First inversion C minor 6, and then you have the E flat, G, A, C. But think in terms of pattern. Don't think in terms of every individual note. It's like reading a magazine letter by letter. You look at each word and you group it into each thought. So there's A minor 7 flat 5. Here's C minor. Here's the beginning of E flat. Jingle bells in there. And here's the chord we need. Half the F, top half of the F, with the thumb on the E flat. Okay, so that's the first part of Kansas City. Now, when you go to the G part, we have this G chord going root position with the blue note, flatted third, an F. Now when you're singing the song, you have every little word to worry about. But basically when you're playing an instrumental, kind of cut some corners and just give the shape of the sound. And that's then go into, or you can do the same rhythm from the first inversion of G and the first inversion of F. So instead of doing this rhythm, you can go right, keeping the same rhythm, even though you're in a different position of the chord. It still gives the flavor, and it's still going to match the chord harmony because you're in a position rather than root position. You're in first inversion. Okay, so first inversion of G, 1, 2, 5, pinky on the G. There's the color tone, the 6. Here's the blue note. So B, D, E, G. But think of it as, here's G, B, D. You put the G at the top, There's the first inversion, and there's F. So you can get that. Instead of going, you can go. Now the next part, you could use a glissando. Might take a train, might take a plane. Now, so you have that cage. You can use the 7, but it works on cage better. C-A-G-E. There's the 7, which is the diminished chord. E, G, B flat. That gives you the diminished sound, or the 7. The chord, anything that's a 7 has diminished. On the top, the plurality of the 7 is diminished right hand. So you can reach the 9 if you need it. So we have, let's see, might take a train, might take a plane. Here's the diminished, okay? And the root 5th down here, hit the root and then the 5th. All I did again was first inversion G, first inversion F. I came down on the F9, Kansas City, and instead of going, I went into this position of F, which is A diminished, F7. This as an improvisation section, just hitting the chord as a harmonic block. A million endings. I hope that helps. It's all based around the first inversion of the chord. So experiment, fool around. Don't worry about making a mistake. Just slap at the chord. But you have to practice your walking bass, and that has to go on automatic pilot. So one day a week, or one 10-minute session at the beginning of all your practices, just focus on left hand. Get that going automatic. Page 72 is the walking bass. And then you combine them together. It takes time, but do the chord flow connection like I was telling you on page 23 of in Winter Wonderland. Just play the position. Kansas City is... Just get the positioning down. And then you wiggle. Zaza at the end. That's page 80, blues scale blues at the end. D flat 7, D flat major 7, with the D flat 7 with the diminished, into C major 7 with the E minor, the beginning of the 7th or major 7 chord, the extended position. So people that have the book, look at the bottom of page 80. Go to 26 for the more, the focused, organized practice methodology routine. The chord flow connection is there. Visualizing the next movement, melody centering position, memorize as you play. Everything is laid out there. And people that have page 20 have the book, page 26 is the focal point of how to practice the best for most efficient results. Okay, that helps you out. People that asked revisiting Kansas City, that's the issues they had, and hopefully that's resolved. You can give me a buzz at email let'senjoypiano.com or write in the comments. Okay, hope that helps you out. Any questions, let me know, and we'll take the next video as it comes. Thank you very much.